Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us from today. Welcome to our live session. So we are thinking of starting this live session with people from. We have our teammates. We have people from different parts of the world doing this business. So we just thought of coming live and explaining more about this business and the features, why we love this business and everything. So today I have Nandini, Deepti, Ruchika, Praveen, and me, Kavya. And we'll be talking more about why we started this business. So you all might be seeing a lot of different opportunities. So we also came across this opportunity a few months ago. For some, it was a few years ago. So why did we all start this business is what our topic for the day is. Nandini, can you can go. So why did you start this business? And you can please introduce yourself and talk a bit more. Yeah.
Yes. So, Namaste from India. My name is Nandini Sen. So, my story goes like this. Imagine living a life where you have everything. I had everything that I wanted. I traveled around the world. I had two beautiful children. I was a single mother. I looked after them well. And it all started when I was 16. I was, by the grace of God, India's supermodel in the 80s. There were a few other models with me. We're still best friends till today because we traveled everywhere together. We'd have the best fun on planes, on trains. We used to go to Delhi for 3 months. It was like a university because everybody was the same age. What musty we did and what fun we had. So my life was like that. I could buy what I want. I lived a wonderful life. And in those days, you didn't have contracts and things like today. People also thought in a different way. Times, of course, have changed. So I was really flying high with my friends. And then I became an exercise teacher. I wore many hats. I did every course I wanted. Kavya and me sometimes talk about doing different courses. My mother was a great believer in expanding your mind. So I used to learn this and learn that, and Betty Crocker cookbooks. I used to drive my cook mad. His name was Ali. Chalo Ali, aaj dopahr ko mujhe ye pakana hai. And I'd cook different food. I had a blast. And then when I got married, running my home was the best thing for me. I know many women don't like to, so I too loved running my home, looking after my plants, ordering good food, calling my cousin over. Come on now, I'm going to make you yummy club sandwich today. I have friends in Delhi and all. Nandini, we're coming. We want your bread pudding and we want you to make us pork chops or we want you to make us some fish curry. It was like that. My life was really pretty magical. And then, and I did save money, not that I didn't. And then suddenly, as a single mother in my 60s, everything changed. I had nothing. In 2020, because of some very foolish personal decisions, my savings had completely finished. I was not getting work as an actor. The life coaching work that I did sort of came to a halt. I was just doing pro bono stuff. I was scared. I was frightened. I was frustrated. I was at my lowest, physically, mentally, emotionally. I was at my worst. I was forced to move out of the city that I loved. I love Mumbai. And I had to move to Bangalore, and I live with my sister, who I love very much, but I missed my home. I missed running the rhythm of my own life. I missed my staff. My staff, they still weep when they see me. I just missed everything about Bombay. The food, the bhel puri, the pani puri, the chana singh, the silliest of things, you miss. You don't realize till you leave. Oh God, I want those peanuts. Oh God, I want to walk by the sea and have a bhutta, corn, roasted corn. Like even now when I talk about it, my heart feels all like not so good. But anyway, I was very bad. And now in my 60s, every time I applied for the job, people would be charmed by me because like I'm a people person, but they always went with a younger candidate, obviously. Now, what to do, what to do, what to do? So then someone said online. I said, online, no chance. But because I'm an open-minded person, my mother's always taught me don't shut doors, don't bang doors. Okay, mama. So I looked online and I found this digital business and I was very, very nervous. It took me 1 year to join because, look, I'm a public figure. So I said, now what am I going to do? But I was very nervous, and little by little, I looked at some videos, I looked at the people, and I said, okay, these people are good people. And everybody who talked would always talk about helping their family, helping their village, helping their something or the other. I said, that's really good because that's who I am. I like to help people. So my journey was model to life coach to well-being mentor to I was a fitness instructor also. And then I did a few acting roles, and then I joined this business. So I joined this business because basically I needed the money and I had to move back to my home. And it's the best thing that I did. So thank you so much, Kavya, for asking me. And thank you so much for listening to my story.
Yeah, thank you, Nandini. Thank you for sharing that with us. So Ruchika, do you want to start?
Hi everyone, my name is Ruchika and I'm a family physician. I work in Canada and I'll share my story. I love my being a doctor, like that's the best thing that ever happened to me. But 9 months ago, I joined a digital marketing business and I'm loving it. So I was born and raised in India, and I always wanted to become a doctor. And fortunately, I could study and I got into medicine. And then I married. My husband is also a physician, so we both decided to move to UK. And to do that, we had to do extra studies, and then we had to sit in another competition to be able to have a license to work in UK. It was not that simple though. I had to do more exams there because they didn't recognize our training. So I had to completely leave my specialty and specialize in another field. So that took many, many years for both of us to finally come become like family physician. Family physician is a specialist training in Western world. Like you have to have 3 years of dedicated rotations in different hospitals, and then you have exams. It was very, very tough, right? So then my husband decided, oh, we should go to Canada because things were not that great at that time in UK. So we moved to Canada. So doing all these exams, studies, and then I've been in Canada for last 10 years. So that has taken a lot of my time, my kids' time, and it has been very, very tough. Now, when I work, I am very financially stable. I have no problem. But what I was missing was my time freedom because I still find myself working a lot. I feel exhausted, like doing 5 or 6 days a week. So, and taking time off means we don't get paid, right? So it's like, uh, so I was looking for something where I could travel. Now that I have done all my work, my kids are grown up. Still, I'm tied to my work because I have mortgages to pay, or I have things that, my kids are studying, so I have to help them in their universities. But I was looking for some automation or something that runs in background when I travel or if I want to take some time off. So I stumbled upon this business last year from a friend who is also a physician in India and is a very nice, good member of our team as well. And that I have found that now this is the solution for all my problems now because I'm earning and I'm actually making some extra stream of income wherever I'm going. So it doesn't hurt me when I take time off. So I'm getting my time freedom, and that's why I joined this business.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great, Ruchika. Thank you for sharing. And being a doctor, a lot of people will say that, like, why being a doctor, you get paid more and you have your own business, right? You have your own clinic. And people say that you are getting very well paid. So why do you want to start the business? And thanks for sharing that many people don't understand that you have the money, but you don't have the time.
Yeah.
People think of starting a business, but when they start the business, they'll get the money, but they'll not have the time anymore. So it is like working more than your job in a business. So that's
Yes.
the main thing. And having a digital business will surely help. Thank you, Ruchika.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go with Praveen. Praveen, do you want to share?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you, Nandini and Ruchika. That was quite inspiring. So my story, yeah, I will start from my school days. So, so, so I was brought up with the mindset that go well, study well, and then get a good job, and then your life is settled. So that was the mindset I was brought up. So I was focusing more on my studies, and then yeah, I entered up into engineering, and then I cleared with the first class with distinction. And then the real life kicked in. So I was looking for a job, and for some reason, I was not able to get a job for almost 3, 4 months. My first job took me like almost 4 months to get the job, and that was a very low pay at that time. So what I was expecting is I didn't get that. So I was a bit frustrated. So, but on the other hand, some of my friends ended up in starting their own business. They had their family business, so they were started it and they were making good money and then they were really enjoying their life. But on the other end, I studied well, but still I was not able to enjoy because I'm not getting what I was expecting. So life ran, and then I went to Singapore and then I worked for some time and then came back to India and then I moved to Australia. So thinking that moving to a well-developed country, my life will change. And then I moved there. By the time I was married, so we moved as a family, and then I had a daughter at that time. So over there, so initially it was okay, but as the life ran, it was quite difficult to run the family with the kids. And then I had my second daughter. So four of us, we were really struggling. So my wife was not able to go to job because the childcare expenses are very expensive. So she was not able to go to job. She has to take care of the kids at home. So with the single income, it was really difficult. So at that time, I realized that I need to do something. So I was looking for some franchisee opportunities. So I was checking with franchises, but it was very expensive. I couldn't afford that. And then I was trying to start some joint venture in traditional businesses, but again, the investment was high, and also I need to be physically present, which I was not able to do it. So that was out of question. So, and then I started driving Uber at the time. So, just to support my family. So, I was driving Uber. I'll go to work, and then in the evening, I'll be driving Uber. And then somehow we were managing it. And then then suddenly, I came to know about these online businesses. I was exploring this online business, but I came across a lot of online businesses, but those business I need to have a monthly budget. Like monthly, I need to pay something to run that business. So at that time, I was not prepared because I didn't have money. I had some saving, but I cannot commit monthly expenses into something at that time. So I was looking for something that one-time investment, and then I shouldn't have to worry about the monthly budget or monthly expenses. So that's how I bumped into one of the gentleman who was talking about similar to my life. So he struggled, and then somehow he found this business, and then it was helping him a lot. And then I was quite curious to know what it is, and then I explored it. I did my due diligence to see whether it is a right fit for me. Most of the people have two types of dream. One is like a bigger dream and then a smaller dream. So bigger dreams, it may or may not we can achieve it, but the smaller dreams somehow we can. So if I work for my lifetime, I will be able to achieve it. For example, so I have this dream of traveling in a business class with my family. I can achieve it by working. I can achieve it, but I don't know when. So I could achieve at the age of my 60, or my kids will start making money and then they can take me in a business class. That could happen, but the bigger dreams that may or may not. And for example, I want to have beach facing apartment. So that is a big question mark for me. So through I want to do something that will help me to get those bigger dreams at the same time the smaller dreams in a short period of time. So when I came into this business, so I can see that this business was quite promising because it was done by the real people. I can see people are very real, people are very inspiring, and then they help a lot. And the business model is also, I won't say it's easy. I won't say it's easy to do it, but it's not very difficult to do it also. It's kind of easy, but not difficult. So it fit perfectly into my lifestyle. So what I did was I just cut down my the Uber driving hours, and then I focused into this business, and it's the future is promising in this business. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. That's great to know, Praveen. And like you said, a lot of people, right? We are engineers. Now you're an engineer, but you're still looking like you thought of going driving like Uber and everything.
Mhm.
So we really want that extra income, and we'll be willing to do things, right? So that's
Yes,
the main thing. Like people, and like you said, you would cut down your Uber time and you put that time on this business, and that's how people should be, right? They have to change it. If you went on like doing Uber, you could do that forever again, but you're not getting any
yes,
passive income out of it. And that is where you need a business which can give you passive income, where you put some years into it in the beginning, and maybe later you don't have to work on it anymore, right? You,
exactly.
you keep getting the income, and that's where the online business comes into picture. So yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Deepti, you're next. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so let me give you my introduction. Hi, my name is Dipti. I live in Calgary, Canada since 18 years. I'm originally from Gujarat, India. I'm a housewife, mom of two children, and a proud digital business owner. So, let me share my story. Why I joined this business, because my biggest why is my kids. You know, like I was struggling, like when I was working before, like I was working in accounting firm, but the timing is not fit for, like I was struggle to balance work and family. I have to every time I have to manage the kids pickup times and everything, so I had quit. And then I was looking something, like, because I, like, as a person, like, I feel like I lost my identity. I need something, because I'm a when I started my first job when I was in 24 years old, and till after marriage I was working. So I thought I need to do something for myself, right? And when I came across, and then I found this opportunity. Like, this opportunity is, like, for me, it's like a blessing. It's the best thing is, like, the flexibility, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Then right now I'm managing my kids timing, my kids the and my family life, like, too. So for me, like as a housewife, as a mother, our priority has been changed, right? When you become a parent, you have too many responsibility. So that's why, when I joined this business, I found, like, I spend more quality time with my kids. Um, and I found some more time for myself also. Right now I'm spending more quality time with my kids, and I pursue my hobby also. So for me, this business, it's the one of the best, the thing, like, we can find the time, flexible time to for our family.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Dipti. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, we have a lot of moms doing this business, and I can understand what you're saying, right? Most of like every mom will need more time with her child, right? So, and this business can give them that, is what I say. Like yesterday, also, like I spoke about this. So, it's really good that you have chosen this path, Dipti, and I'm happy for you. Thank you. And coming to me, like my name is Kavya Nelson. I'm a software engineer by profession, and I started this business in 2019 when I was an immigrant in Germany. So I've worked as a senior software engineer in India, in a multinational company in India for about 5 years. And then I quit my job in 2018 and I moved to Germany with my husband because my husband got a job in Germany, so I had to move in with him. I thought like I'll quit here and maybe I'll get a different job. But when I quit my job here in India, I didn't want to go back to IT job again because it was really hectic for me. Even in India, I used to like work more than like 12 hours sometimes. So it used to be like go in the morning 7 a.m. sometimes because it depends on the project again, right? So I used to go in the morning 7 and I used to come by 2 a.m. sometimes. We had cab from our office itself, And at 7 or 8 in the evening, we'll have to book the cab for 2 a.m. Otherwise, we'll miss even the cab. So that used to be the thing. Like, and it used to be really too much pressure for me. That was also in the very new, like when I was very new in the at my job. So I started my job in 2013. 2013, yes. So I started then, and from that time I've like all 5 years in the business, like in the job, I used to work like this. So I didn't want to continue doing that. So when I got an opportunity to quit, I thought like, okay, when I go to Germany, maybe I can think of some other like career, completely different career. Like I used to be interested in pastries and everything, right? So I also had the thought that pastry chefs get paid more. So let me do that, maybe some other course. Let me start something from scratch. That was what my thought was. And now I realize there are a lot of pastry chefs, like there are chefs who are doing this business because they don't have time anymore, because they are also under pressure. So now I've realized that any job will have that pressure for sure, right? So that was me. And but I came to Germany. I had my home loan in India itself. I had bought a house on loan when I was working. I was to get decent income in India, so I had a home loan already. So when I moved to Germany, all those like monthly installments of loan and everything went on my husband. So it was a pressure for him then. So I thought, okay, let me try something that I can do part time at least. I applied for jobs also. So, and it was Germany. So the main criteria for you is the language. And I didn't know German. So I never even got the opportunity. Most like I got like 2 or 3 opportunities to even enter the interview. Other than that, like everything was rejected even in the first stage itself. So I think most immigrants like can relate with me with that, right? Like getting a job abroad is difficult. If you get a job from India and come, it is different. But if you go to a country and then looking for a job there might be difficult. So that was when I thought, okay, let me do something on the side at least, like part time that I can do maybe from home or something like that. And that's when I found this business. I was even ready to walk the dogs in Berlin because that's a job in Berlin. There are a lot of dogs and you can walk them and get paid for that. So I was even ready to do that, like $10 or $12 per hour. That was how I used to get paid. So I have not done that, but I was ready. I had applied for that too. So then that is when I found this business, and I watched the workshop. I just tried googling about like part-time jobs or something like that, and maybe that's why I found a advertisement about this business, and I explored more, and that's when I started this. So the main criteria for me was to be financially independent, like how Deepti said, right? Working for 5 years, 6 years independently, having your own income, and then suddenly becoming dependent was like I felt I want to be independent. I want to have my own income, even though my husband was looking after me very well. Asking them for everything was like it felt bad for me, like because I was independent already. So that was the main reason I wanted to be really financially independent. And then after I came across this business, I saw a lot of people who are already doing this business and they had moved back to their home country. Most people are immigrants, right? So they had moved back to their country. And my another reason why I started this was I both my husband and I, we don't like being immigrants. We came because we wanted the money, right? Most of us come like that. If you get a lot of money, even living close to your parents, then you wouldn't move to some other country, I think, right? So that was main reason. So I thought, okay, let me start this, and if I can get a chance to go back to my country and be close to my parents, they are aging and they would need me close to them. So and yeah, that's the second reason. And I think both has I've achieved this. I've been in the business for 6 years, almost 6 years now, and I've come back to India. No more an immigrant in Germany or any other country, but I can always visit as a visitor, right? So I can go travel anywhere around the world. So that is my life now. I can do this business from anywhere. Though I started in Germany, I've just continued doing what I was doing when I came back to India. So yeah, that was my reason to start the business. Uh, so yeah, that's about it. So do you people have anything else to add? No. So let's like this is our
Let me
story.
add,
And yes, Praveen.
sorry, let me add one thing. So, yeah, I read somewhere that for things to change, we have to change. And for generation to change, someone in the generation has to come out of that comfort zone and do something different. If I'm doing the same thing what my father did, my kids will do the same thing what I did. So the generation will be in a middle class always. So if I step out and do something different to my father and grandfather, then my kids will do something different. So our generation will have a much brighter future. So that was my thought when I started this online business.
Yeah. So you be the change, like you be the one who can bring that change into your family, right? So yeah, it's
Correct.
a very good opportunity. So if you people are watching us and if you can relate with any of our stories, you might be in the right place, right? So it's a very good opportunity for you to explore and see if it fits you. So we have a 30 days trial period also. So if you're interested, your first step will be to watch a free workshop. So you can go on any of our websites here and register with your name and email ID. And soon after you register, you will get an email from us and you'll be getting the link to watch the free workshop. So that is your first step. And once you watch the workshop, once you're interested, and if you have any questions, feel free to connect with any of us and we'll redirect you and we'll help you with the next steps. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining today. We'll connect again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.